Howdy y'all, Devonna here. Thanks for coming back to Watch Me Act Like a Bitch. I'm here today with my really good friend RedOcelot. Say hello.
Hello.
So I'll be linking his Twitch and his YouTube down in the description, of course. Highly recommend you come and watch his stuff. It's going to be really fun. He's just starting out. And so last time we met Best Girl Morgan and continued to kill people who did not deserve it. So now we're going to go to the Battle of Ostagar, one of my favorite parts of the game. Let's do it.
Do it to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Do you remember liking Ostagar, or were you kind of like, eh?
It was cool. I didn't hate it.
You didn't hate it?
I mean, sometimes it's the best thing you can say about something. I mean, it didn't really, like, stick out in my memory super hard. The battle did. The cutscenes were really cool. But other than that, I didn't really, like, have, like, a solid memory of it that, like, stuck out to me.
Yeah.
Other than the cutscene, because the cutscene was awesome.
That cutscene was amazing, yeah. We talked about it last time. I was like, this is fantastic.
Let's cross the bridge and get to the Tower of Ishal.
Okay.
Okay. Like the Donkey Kong thing.
I don't think he's feeling too good.
That guy might be dead. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
I'm not a medic. I mean, in my non-expert opinion, I should be dead too, but plot armor, I guess.
Like in that reminds me of that quote in Red versus Blue where he's all like, "I'm not a doctor, I'm a medic." And he's like, "What's the difference?" And it's all like, "Well, a doctor heals people. A medic just makes you feel better while you die."
Oh. Oh man.
A medic just makes you feel better while you die.
That's not a bad thing.
I can't shoot at those guys. I'm a pacifist. You're a thing babies stuck on? Caboose, I think you're thinking of a pedophile. No, Tucker, he's thinking of a pacifier. Oh, I was thinking of something completely different.
Why are you thinking of pedophiles?
I don't know. Tucker's a weird dude in that show. A really, really weird dude. Everything is a sexual reference to that guy.
I mean...
I miss when that show was good. It's not as good as it used to be. I could not even make it through the new season. I watched like the first 3 episodes and hated it.
Wait, sorry, which show is this?
Red versus Blue.
Oh, Rooster Teeth?
Yeah, used to watch everything Rooster Teeth did, and I fell off considerably in quality, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, no, I think everyone agrees on that. I've watched the first 3 seasons of Ruby, and I actually cosplay Gang. But then I heard...
I used to really love Ruby, and then I saw several videos from people who were in the fandom that were all like, well, everything that Monty Ohm wrote has been completely undone and rewritten and changed because
yeah,
they
I saw
wanted
that
to be their way. And I was like, well, if you're not going to do what Monty wanted, then what's the point? Because they keep the show going and keep saying, we're doing this for Monty. And I'm like, it's not even what he wanted anymore. You changed everything. What's the point in continuing to make that show?
Yeah, no, exactly. I just heard all this bad stuff about it, and I was like, I
was pretty upset when I heard all that stuff.
Yeah, me too. Because, I mean,
really
the first 3 seasons were really good. Because
Monty did
really
a lot of other stuff that was really awesome. He did a series called Dead Fantasy, which was like a Final Fantasy machinima kind of thing. It was really good.
I had not heard of that. I only knew about Ruby.
He never actually finished Dead Fantasy either.
Was that...
He was working on it still. When he went to Rooster Teeth, he put it on like a kind of permanent pause kind of thing. and he meant to go back to it eventually, and it never happened.
It's really sad. And I mean, to die of an allergy to juniper berries, it's just...
It's kind of like how Bruce Lee died. He died of like an aspirin allergy.
Yeah. And then the irony that one of the teams in Ruby was juniper. Let me...
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm not allowed to disable traps, even though that's one of my skills. So, part of the reason I like to play as a rogue is this entire, like, the first 3 to 4 hours of the game, because you do not have rogues in your party up until the part after this, which will be Lothering, and so you miss out on a whole lot of locked chests if you're not a rogue, both in whatever your origin story is, as well as, see, look, right here, locked chests. You look at my party, I've got a dog. Dogs can't unlock chests, sadly. I know the Mabaris are really smart, but you've got Alistair, who's a warrior, and then you've got this irrelevant dude who's a mage. So you just miss out on a lot if you can't do it yourself.
Yeah. In pretty much every game I play that's this like RPG style, I always give my character high speech and the ability to lockpick, and then there's like a lot of sci-fi ones I played where you have to have like mechanical skill for like mechanical lockpicking type stuff, and then like computer skill for other stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I always max those out way before I do combat, because they always give you good combat teammates. They don't necessarily always give you good characters for the other stuff.
True.
Especially speech. You never have a party member that's good at speech in pretty much any game. So your main character should always be good with speechcraft. That way you can talk your way in and out of like all sorts of different situations. And a lot of the time you can get extra stuff that way.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, usually when I play stuff like this, speech is one of the
Paramount.
main things I max out. Except, in this playthrough, because of what I'm trying to do, I don't really need speech, because I'm just going to kill everybody.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Although it's kind of funny, in the episode before the last one, I failed a speech check with the dude because I was trying to convince him to give me the sword. And because I failed it, I actually got to kill him, and I didn't know you could do that. It was just so funny. So,
I need to get around to playing.
Good.
I need to get around to playing Dragon Age 2 eventually.
Please play it.
Eventually.
And
Eventually.
I love all the gore. Look at this. It's just beautiful.
I
Dead
love
flesh.
gore. Anything gory is awesome.
Yeah, no, I love it. Give me lots of pools of blood, piles of human flesh, and I shall be happy.
The goriest thing that I can't watch that I've seen so far, outside of like not mainstream stuff, because I've seen a lot of not mainstream stuff that's super gory and it's meant to be. But like what I was gonna say is like mainstream horror that I don't like is Hostel.
Oh, I hate Hostel.
I've never liked Hostel.
No.
It feels like it's just gratuitous for the sake of gratuity.
Yeah, no,
and I feel like that more belongs in more indie, like low budget stuff.
Yeah.
Because I feel like giving that stuff a high budget just makes it feel weird.
Yeah. Wait, okay.
When it's like super low budget, it's like really interesting to see.
Hang on. There's no point in moaning about it. We have fighting to do.
Good point. I need to stay focused. Kill first, ask questions
That's a fantastic motto. Kill first, ask questions later. I like that.
Tyler Logain will be waiting for the signal.
If you
That's
ever get
my
the
new-
if you ever get the chance, you should definitely play like Knights of the Old Republic
I
on this
plan
because
to.
the evil choices in that game are so amazing. I would say Mass Effect, but I've talked to you about that before, and
Yeah.
you said you're not really a sci-fi person. But
I'm not a shooty person. I like my
well,
swords.
even when you have like blasters in Old Republic, it's still like you take a turn, they take a turn, you take a turn, they take a turn. So it's not really a shooter. You can play that kind of however you want, and most people are going to play with lightsabers anyway, so it's still swords.
No, I did actually have plans for that, but later down the line, because it's just not one of my
They're
priorities.
remaking the first one now.
Are they remaking it, or are they doing a third one?
They're remaking it. They're remaking the first one. They are also re-releasing the first one for Switch, and that will be the original version.
Whoa.
The weird thing about that is all the pre-release footage I've seen of it has it shown in widescreen, and the PC version doesn't even play in widescreen. So I'm wondering if they're gonna like update the PC version at some point. Because several years ago, a third-party studio took the helm of the PC version of the second one, and they did like a patch to make it run in 1080p and all that stuff, and make it run better on modern computers. But the first one is still like locked to really low resolutions and not very good performance unless you mod it yourself.
So, should I play the remake when it comes out? Like, should I wait for that?
I'd still play the original because from what I can tell, the remake will be a very different game. Like, it seems like they're probably going to go with the same story but completely change the gameplay.
Interesting. Is that good or bad?
I would rather it be the same because it's like Dragon Age. It's like the exact same gameplay as Dragon Age. This Dragon Age.
I was gonna say the first one. They changed the gameplay a lot.
The Dragon Age 1 pretty much has the same combat and engine as the original Knights of the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic 2.
I know nothing about engines other than Inquisition is on Frostbite, and people did not like that.
Well, imagine this game that you're playing right now with lightsabers, and you've got KOTOR.
I like that. I mean,
Just-
I'm dual wielding to begin with.
Yeah, this game, but Star Wars is what you got.
I'll play it
And
eventually.
it's by far pretty much one of my favorite RPGs of all time. It's just one of the best ever.
A YouTuber I really like reviewed the first and second one. I watched both videos, and it does seem really, really good.
Yeah.
Logain better be ready to charge as soon as we light the signal. The king is depending on us.
The fate of the realm is in our hands. We're the only ones who can do anything.
I feel like it would be interesting to play Undertale with this evil philosophy type thing as the genocide route, the bad guy route. It's so. But with that one, the only problem I could see is when you get to the end of that game and you have to fight Sans, that is very difficult.
Yeah, but it's so awesome though.
I've beaten it. It's once you've beaten genocide mode as well, every other time you play the game after that will always be tainted by having played the genocide route. It changes things.
Yeah. Well, and I know that if you play it before doing the true route, the game
can't
won't
finish
let
it.
you.
Yeah, it won't let you finish the true pacifist route once you've done the full genocide.
So you have to do pacifist first.
Yeah, you have to do true pacifist first if you want the ending. And then Deltarune Chapter 2 finally came out, and they've introduced a pacifist style route to that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which the first one doesn't have. It doesn't matter how many enemies you've defeated or not.
That's kind of weird.
But the Deltarune lets you take your save data between the episodes. Like, so when you finish episode 1, you can take that into episode 2. Because it's intended to be played as one game.
What? Yeah.
It's supposedly going to have 7 chapters. And chapters 3 through 5 are supposed to all be released at the same time. That'll be the next thing that comes out.
I honestly don't like this style of releasing games in chapters. Like, it was fine for Telltale, but then everybody started doing it.
I can understand it with Undertale because that's one guy making the game pretty much. It's not like a team of people. It's Toby Fox and like 1 or 2 other people.
He hasn't expanded?
No, he doesn't want it to. He would rather have full control over it himself.
I do appreciate
I
that.
can applaud that.
Especially since he is actually making content, unlike Yandere Simulator.
That has completely fallen apart.
Apparently, all 10 rivals have been released, but the game got worse?
Yeah, and every single time he's been offered any form of help whatsoever, including cleaning up the code of the game, he just like starts criticizing the people who want to help him. And not that long ago, somebody took the code of the game and completely optimized it and changed it into their own game. And now they're going forward with development. Huh?
I think it's called Love Letter.
Yeah, something like that. So they're gonna essentially they're going to probably beat Yandere Dev to making his own game.
Okay, time for a fight that absolutely destroyed me my first time playing this. I had to redo this so many times, and then second onwards, I was fine. But yeah, this was a beast.
Huh?
This fight.
Oh. I love this. The thing is fucking cool looking. I love the way the ogres look.
The ogres look amazing.
I died the first time I did this battle when I played the game.
How many times?
Once or twice. I think twice.
I think I had to do it like 5 times. And
Alistair
he's
really,
down.
Alistair really like held the battle when I finally beat him.
He's a good tank.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, that's part of why, like, I don't need to play as a warrior. Excuse me, what do you mean inventory full? Oh.
I can't wait for the new Monkey Ball game.
Monkey Ball?
You've never played Monkey Ball? It's the 20th anniversary this year. It's made by Sega, and the guy who created the Yakuza series created that game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a game where you play as a monkey in a ball, and you have to you have to tilt the stage from side to side and forward and back to get him to the goal. And you have to avoid hazards and just get to the goal. It's very difficult though. But they earlier this year for the 20th anniversary, they announced that they were remastering the first 3 Monkey Ball games into one big game.
Everything's getting remastered, remade these days. There's nothing new.
The good thing about remakes, I mostly have an issue with because I don't like. I like the original versions of most games more than the remakes a lot of the time. There are a few outstanding examples where it's like, oh, this was maybe better than the original, or it's different enough to justify having released this version, like Resident Evil 2.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's different enough from the original version that you can play them both separately and be perfectly good with that. Like, those are different games to me. They tell the same story, but they're
They
fundamentally different.
Yeah.
The same thing with 3. And I know a lot of people got mad with the remake of 3 because it was very short, in their opinion. And I'm like, have you never played the original one? Because it's shorter than Resident Evil 2 by a long shot.
Village is really short, but I haven't heard
I loved
anybody
it,
complain about that.
Yeah. If you're playing 7 pretty hardcore enough, you can beat it in like 3 hours. It's
Yeah.
like a single sitting game if you're playing it the right way. Almost every Resident Evil game can be finished very quickly in one sitting if you just focus on it.
Yeah, they're not the Dragon Age series.
Yeah. They're not epic RPGs. They're horror games that are meant to be like, you just play them. Just go through them and play. That's why every game in the series like tells you if you get a really small time, then you actually get a bonus in the game because of it.
Yeah. I don't like when they make entire remakes just for enhancing the graphics, and that's like the only thing they do. Like, does it really
I liked
matter?
it with Halo. I feel like Halo 1 really needed that.
I mean,
Because
isn't that
Halo
what
1 had
mods are
aged
for?
poorly visually.
Isn't that what mods are for?
Yeah, but a lot of the time like, some people generally sometimes don't want to mod their game. They would rather just be able to open it and play. But I like modding games. Also, Halo, the PC version is actually inferior to the original console version in a lot of ways.
That's rare.
And in fact, when they first did the remaster of Halo 1, people discovered that when you play with the classic graphics turned on, it's the PC version, which has a lot of graphical quirks to it that make it poor. Like, it's supposed to have dynamic lighting on all of its textures, and it doesn't.
Ooh, look at this sexy beast.
Mother shall be pleased.
He's a ginger.
Yeah. Where am I?
Back in the wilds, of course. I am Morrigan, lest you have forgotten, and I have just bandaged your wounds.
Thanks.
You are welcome, by the way.
I'll bandage
How
you.
does your memory fare? Do you
Kinky.
remember Mother's rescue?
Wait, what happened to the army? To the king?
The man who was to respond to
Fuck
your
the king.
signal quit the field. The
I mean,
Darkspawn won your battle.
That's what the ogre
Those
said.
he abandoned were massacred. Your friend,
We're
he
not
is not
friends.
taking it well.
Fuck the city. Fuck the King's Guard. Fuck the king.
My friend? You mean Alistair?
The suspicious dim-witted one
Disappointed
who was with
in
you
you.
before. Yes. He is outside by the fire.
Hey, I didn't have that dialogue option, okay? Why does your mother want to see me?
I do not know. She rarely tells me her.
I was making a Game of Thrones reference.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've seen it. Were my
Yeah, when the Hound-
sphere?
Yes, but I expect you should be fine.
When the Hound is fighting in the Battle of Blackwater,
Mm-hmm.
and at the end he's like, fuck the King's Guard. Fuck the city. And he looks at Joffrey, he's like, fuck the king.
Ah, okay. I have vague recollection.
Right before that is when that, like, servant comes to him with, like, the bottle of water, and he drinks, like, takes a drink, and he's like, fuck water, bring me wine.
What about Alistair? Is he alright? Not that I care.
He is, as you are. I suppose it would be unkind to say he is being childish.
I have some questions, if you don't mind.
I do not mind. Take your time.
Will you marry me? Are we safe here? Where are the Darkspawn?
We are safe for the moment. Mother's magic keeps the Darkspawn away. Once you leave, 'tis uncertain what will happen. The Horde has moved on, so you might avoid it.
Why did your mother save us?
I wonder at that myself. But she tells me nothing.
She can sense that I'm the
Perhaps
main
you were the
character,
only one she
obviously.
could reach. I would have rescued your king, a king would be worth a much higher ransom than you.
I happen to be nobility, you know.
I stand corrected.
How did she manage to rescue us exactly?
She turned into a giant bird and plucked the two of you from atop the tower, one in each talon. If you do not believe that tale, then I suggest you ask Mother yourself. She may even tell you.
Are there any survivors besides us?
Only stragglers that are long gone. You would not want to see what is happening in that valley now.
Why? What's happening?
Are you sure you want me to describe it?
Always. Yes, please. Oh, actually, I wouldn't have asked if I didn't.
I had a good view of the battlefield. 'Tis a grisly scene. There are bodies everywhere, and darkspawn swarm them, feeding, I think. They also look for survivors and drag them back down beneath the ground. I cannot say why.
Ooh, I know why. So those survivors could be rescued. Give me a reward.
If you are willing to run into the midst of the horde, perhaps.
I deserve this.
Why did Terran Loghain abandon the king?
I do not know who this Loghain even is.
'Cause he's an asshole.
Perhaps ask Mother of it.
That about sums it up. I think I've asked enough questions.
I agree. 'Tis time you speak with Mother, then be on your way.
Aw, why did I have to put clothes back on? Oh. Keep forgetting. Hello. I keep wanting to call the Korkari Wilds the Brazilian Forest, but that's later in the game. I don't know, it's all trees.
That's all that matters.
Here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive.
You're a Grey Warden.
I thought you were dead for sure.
You're a warden that's gray.
It takes more than a few darkspawn to kill me, Chaddeus.
The Grey Wardens, even the king, they're all dead. Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean...
Chaddeus face beater.
But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Chaddeus face
But
what?
useless. The
Face
chastened
beater.
folk call me Fleming.
Face
I
eater?
suppose it will do.
That works. That works better, actually.
From the legend? Daveth was right.
It works way better than what I
You're
said.
wild, aren't you?
I mean, that's pretty
What
good
does
for
that
striking
mean?
fear
I know
into
a
the
bit of
hearts of my
magic, and it has
enemies.
served you both
So,
well, has it not?
Chaddeus, eater of faces. I always liked names like that in fantasy stuff.
I especially like when they're funny.
Me too.
So why
I always liked
did you say
Norse names too.
Well,
Like what
cannot
names?
have all the Grey
Norse
Wardens
names,
flying
like the
in
last
one
names in
Someone
Norse
has to
culture,
deal with the
where
Oh,
it'd be
yeah.
like you're the son of
It
this
has always
person,
been the Grey
but it'd be
Warden's
like
duty to
Sigurd
unite the lands
Ragnarsson,
against the blight.
Yeah.
Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
who was actually a real person. He was one of the sons of Ragnar.
The Grey Wardens are no more. Let someone else do it.
Of course.
Yeah, fuck
Someone
these
else
guys,
will
right?
realize what needs to be done and act in time and with sufficient sense to solve
They can get
the problem.
fucked, okay?
No need for you.
But we were fighting the Darkspawn. The king had nearly defeated them. Why would Loghain do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
The Archdemon.
What could the Terran hope to gain by betraying the king? Probably the
The
crown.
Archdemon.
The throne?
Yep.
He's the queen's father. Still, I can't see how he'll get away
I'll
with
crown
murder.
you.
You speak as if he would be the first king to gain his throne.
I mean,
that
you can
way.
get away with murder
Grow
if
up,
there are no
boy.
witnesses.
If Al Eamon knew what he did,
That's
he
how
would never
Skyrim
stand
works,
for
at
it.
least.
The Landsmeet would never stand for it. There would be civil war.
Kind of.
You think the Arl would believe us over the Terran?
I suppose.
I mean, in Skyrim, even if there are no witnesses, the Dark Brotherhood knows you killed people.
And he was Kaelin's uncle.
True, but then they're kind of like,
He's
hey,
a good man, respected in the
we
Join
want
us.
you.
Of course.
We want
we
you.
could go to
Wait,
Redcliffe and
wait.
appeal to him for help.
Hey, buddy.
And say he doesn't help us? What then?
You have more at your disposal than merely old friends.
Of course.
What? Then? Exactly.
Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a
Okay,
fight.
he says
I may be
dwarves,
old,
elves, and
but
mages,
dwarves,
and
elves,
other
mages,
places.
this
But we
army,
never get these
and
other
who knows what
places.
else.
It's just those
This sounds
three.
like an army to me.
I mean, you
So
get
can we do
the
Go to
like
Redcliffe and
elf
these other places
people,
and
right?
build an
Yeah.
army.
That's the other place.
As long as there's some profit in it.
If there is
All
better
Chaddeus
As long
cares
as I
about is
make
the
money.
money and the
I have
bitches.
yet to see it.
It's always been the Grey Warden's duty to stand against
What
the
about a
light.
cannon?
And right now, we're the
Cannon would be pretty good. That's
So
true.
You are set
Bitches
then,
love cannons.
ready to be Grey Wardens.
We're going, old woman. Don't push us.
Such a tone to take with your rescuer. What short memories. Now, before you go, there is yet one more thing I can offer you. The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve? Or none? The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Is she
Such a
selling
shame.
us her daughter?
You heard me, girl. The last
a little
time I
A lot of
heard
people
you
do
had
it.
ears.
People do it all the time.
What makes you think we want her? Besides, you know, getting to sleep with her.
Her magic will be useful. Even better, she knows the wilds and how to get past the horde. Have I no say in this?
No.
You have been itching to
No.
get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider
This
sweet
is a
payment for
fantasy
your love.
world set in a Middle Ages style society. Women don't have a say.
That's, you know what? That's a good point. She had better be as useful as you say. And I know some things she'll be useful for.
Oh,
I already
she
have a
is.
few in mind.
Well,
You could use some magic.
go, Bella.
and my Morrigan's as cunning as a loot lizard.
Not to
Hey, chicka
look
bump
a
bump.
gift horse in the mouth, but
In
won't this add to our
God, the scenes in
out of the
Origins
wilds,
are
she's an apostate.
the best I've
Which
ever
help from us
seen.
illegal mages, young man. Perhaps I should have left
Did you
on
romance
that
Morrigan?
tower.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Who else would I?
Mother, this is not how
If you're
I
playing
wanted
as a
it.
male
I'm
character,
not even
then
ready.
no
You
one.
must be ready. Alone, these two must unite for Eldon against
Just
the
always
Dark
romance
Squad.
her.
They need you.
Apparently, Liliana
Without you,
is
they will
actually the
surely
most popular
fail,
romance.
and all
Like, they
will
did
perish
polls
under the
a long
blast.
time ago, and she was actually the favorite.
From what I gather of the overall series, it just makes the most sense to be with
Do you
Morgan.
understand?
Yeah,
I give you that
or
which I
Alistair,
value
if
above
you're playing
all
as
in
a
this world.
female warden.
I do
Female.
this because you must succeed.
We don't need her help.
Let her guide you
I'll
out
help
of the
you.
wilds. If you truly do not
I
desire
definitely need her help.
After that, simply
In,
tell
in
us.
more ways than one.
She could just as easily lead us into Darkspawn, you know?
I could just as
Help.
easily have left
Help,
you
I'm
to
being
them.
repressed.
Morrigan will not fail you.
See, she knows her daughter's talents.
Help, I'm being repressed.
I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens.
I made a Monty Python reference earlier today, and my friend did not react to it at all.
He did not what?
Did not react at all.
That's illegal.
Yeah. I was like, would you like a $5 mint? And he was like, what? Ooh. I was like, really? What a loser.
I think we should just get underway.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned down.
There was no way.
Oh, 'tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Her makeup is awful. Both of theirs are.
You try to have
Oh
fun,
my
dear.
gosh.
Do it.
Oh, Morgan disapproves. I didn't know we were gonna get her approval already. Oops. Okay,
I'll approve you.
so we need get some more cunning. We'll do that. Just kind of spread the points out. I am actually gonna get a bit of coercion. Then we shall do that. Dog. We'll spread his points out too.
He is a doge.
Alistair will stick to strength with him. Make him better fighter. Let's do that. And then we cannot level up Morgan. That's fine. Time to do an equipment check. I always take so long going through equipment.
Oh, I end up like most of the time at the end of an RPG, I have like such an inventory of just random bullshit.
I know, I love it.
So like, what? I needed these 400 health potions right now.
That I will never use.
I might need them later. You know, later, not now.
Shh, don't question it.
Eventually, I might need these.
Okay. Good to go. That's not nearly as cool. Oh. Okay. Dog. I like how the dog gets armor. I just think that's
Yeah.
so cute.
It is the greatest of things. It is the best of times. It is the worst of times.
I feel like this is definitely not the best of times for
It
these
is the best
people.
of times. It is the worst of times. There were some pretty okay times in between.
Oh, I hate that armor so much. It looks awful. You played Liliana's song, right?
Yeah, I played it all.
Did you play it before?
Yeah, I played it first.
Okay, just making sure.
You told me to do that, so I
I
did it.
did. Thank you for following. So the stupid armor I have him wearing right now is... Oh, he looks terrible. So the armor I have him wearing right now is what you get from Liliana's song. It
Yeah.
carries over.
Hmm.
Okay, Morgan. She'll give her that. Oh, nothing equipped. Okay. I always have to go through every single item and make sure I'm giving them the best possible stuff. Even if it doesn't match or if it looks bad.
Yeah. Yay!
Oh, yay! DLC outfit. Oh, it looks awful.
Gay.
Oh! Oh, she looks terrible. Oh my gosh.
That's gay, bro.
Okay. We will need to sell lots of stuff. But now we are off To Lothering.
Lothering? Guess you gonna go first?
It was the only place we can go right
Oh,
now.
yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So, if you did not recruit Dog, and you didn't kill him, then
You would
when
get
you're...
him in a cutscene right there.
Yeah, when you're
Right.
going to Lothering, he will actually show up.
That's what I had to do.
Oh yeah, because you
'Cause
played City
I
Elf?
was an elf. I was Dalish.
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 Dalish, yeah.
Oh, I was Dalish, eh?
You were what?
I was Dalish, eh?
I expect each of you to supply these
They
men.
have American
We
accents.
must rebuild what was lost
Yeah, they
at
do.
Ostagar.
I
In
don't know
this
why
game.
anyone in this game has an American accent.
There are those who would take advantage of our
I feel like
weaker
the
state and
Dalish
let them.
should have,
We must
like,
defeat
Irish
this
accents.
darkspawn
They do in
incursion, but
2.
we must do so sensibly.
Really? I can't
Yeah.
wait.
Without
They have
hesitation.
Irish and Welsh.
Lordship,
They like
if I might speak.
retcon their accents.
I feel like if they have Welsh
You
accents,
have
it
declared
should be the
yourself Queen
thickest
Anora's
fucking
regent
Welsh accent
and claim
ever.
we
They
must
should just be
unite under
speaking
your
Welsh.
banner for our own good.
Sadly, no. The
what
dwarves
of
have
the army
American
lost at
accents, though, which
Ostagar?
is funny because
Yours
usually
war
in
was
stuff like
most
this, they're Scottish.
Fortuitous.
Yeah, I know. I love that. Well, you know that
Everything I have done has been to secure
when
Ferelden's independence.
the language
I
that
have not
Tolkien
shirked my
created
duty
for
to
the
the
dwarves
throne.
in the Middle Earth
Neither
universe
will any
is
of
heavily
you.
based on Hebrew.
Really?
Banon will not bow to
Yep.
you simply
Interesting.
because
Okay,
you
I did not
demand
know
it.
that.
Understand
A lot of
this.
people don't know that.
I will brook no
But, like,
threat.
obviously, all the humans sound British because every fantasy anything has to take place in some place based off Britain. And I'm honestly so tired of it. Part of what I really like about the Shadow and Bone
Antigone,
series is
please.
that it's basically
Your Majesty.
fantasy Russia,
Your father
Instead
risked
of-
civil
I
war.
love that.
Britain.
Even were
I'm
here.
tired of it. Can we please explore someplace else?
Antigone, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what
Hi,
was
big
best
bro.
for your husband? Your
I was
Majesty?
really surprised. I recently played Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I was really surprised that pretty much all the accents were spot on to the areas that those characters are in when you meet up with them. Like when you go to the northern parts of England and you meet the Saxons that are up there, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of them speak with a northern English accent. And there are Pictish warriors that you can fight against, and a lot of them have a Scottish accent.
They don't look much like them others. You know.
Accuracy.
And while, like, even though they totally did not speak those languages or even English at all at that time, it's really cool that they went ahead and tried to do those accents like
They are
that.
fools to get along.
Details,
I say,
details.
teach them a lesson.
Now is that any
I
way
just
to
thought it
treat
was really,
someone?
really cool.
A simple 10 silvers and you're free to move on.
You should listen to your
Especially
friend.
with- yeah.
We're not refugees. We're main characters.
Did I tell you?
I thought that was especially cool in that game because when they did Unity, which is about the French Revolution, everyone has a British accent.
That's why it's a toll, and not say.
They do
refugee
something
tax.
different. Like that entire series.
Even if you're no refugee, you still got to
feel like-
pay.
They've hit it out of the park in some games, and then other games they utterly failed doing it.
Hang on. You're toll collectors then. We're gonna put that in
Indeed.
quotation
the
marks.
Imperial Highway.
Toll collectors.
Bit of a mess, isn't it?
I'm tolls.
Perhaps you should charge more then.
You want to pay more? Well, we'll
I'm
happily accept
tolls.
donations.
Fuck the tolls on the road.
Oh, I don't have my persuasion high enough. I'm just saying it's rough business for such a pittance.
I could be mistaken.
You're a
but
pittance.
that sounded threatening.
No, it sounded confused.
Interesting. Because you seem a bit outnumbered.
He clearly doesn't understand how main characters work. It's hard to be outnumbered by common thugs.
Well, I can't
You gotta
say I'm pleased to
violently
hear that.
murder him
We
now.
have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules.
You can certainly try. Oh, wait. Okay, let me see if this will do. Do you really want to fight a Grey Warden?
Did he say he's a Grey Warden? Them ones killed the king.
Greatest of Ferelden, I hear. Ternloge put quite a bounty on any who are found.
But aren't them Grey Wardens good? I mean, really good? Good enough to kill a king?
You have a point. Well, let's forget about it, Toll. We'll just leave you to your darkspawn fighting, king-killing ways.
Ah, here we go. Okay, I was worried. I thought this line came earlier. You know, the Grey Wardens could use a donation.
You don't say.
He's really good, boss.
Your donation.
Remember,
Well, yes. 20 silvers? That's all we've collected today.
An excellent donation. Ooh. An excellent donation. Thank you.
Then take it. Do enjoy your stay in Lothering and all that.
Such hospitality. I'm not done with you though.
Oh, back, are you? I thought we settled things nice and amicably with you wardens.
I want some questions answered.
About what? We're just, greeting travelers.
actually, it's more refugees.
Yes, fine. Life's hard all over. Nothing of concern to you Grey Wardens.
You said something about Grey Wardens killing the king? Give me
Everyone's saying how the Grey
information.
Wardens betrayed the king during Darkspawn fight. Got him and themselves killed.
I wonder how much
Ternloge
time
worked
has
just in
passed
time.
between the battle
Best
and
thing he's
now.
doing as regent is putting a bounty on Grey Wardens.
Yeah, it's not really clear when you play this game.
Changed my mind. I'm cleaning you out.
Let's collect
Just
that
'cause-
bounty then.
I felt like it.
I wanted to stop you.
I don't know, because you have to have enough time for you to recover from potentially serious injuries, and then you have to have time for the word to spread and all that. I don't know, I'm gonna guess 2 weeks.
Been a while, definitely.
This shoddy operation is pathetic. I could do better.
Right. I guess so. I'm sorry.
Oh, you can recruit them?
know
What? What?
Wait, can they like join your party like permanently?
No, but
They can work for you?
sh-
Interesting.
I really want to see what that does, but it wouldn't be fitting with my style of playthrough. What should I do?
I feel like it's pretty villainous to get these like dudes to work for you and they like give you all the money you're making.
True. You'll follow my lead. I could use some soldiers.
What are you joking, right?
Soldiers, quote
I could
unquote.
never be a soldier.
You're a soldier.
Hand over everything you've stolen. If you won't give me your blood, at least give me your money.
Yes, of course. The coins we collected
people
are right
enjoy
here.
you.
Just over
Okay,
100
well.
silvers. The rest is in the chests we brought. I swear.
Kill them.
Now you die. It's all you deserve.
I'm not going down without a fight.
They deserve this.
Sir. Some fight.
Sir. There's no fighting.
I normally just persuade them to leave, so I've never seen that
I killed them in my playthrough.
join us.
And we will rule the galaxy.
Or at least England.
Albion.
A note from Sir Henrik. Henrik? Henrik. So
Henri?
many of my fellow knights have been searching for the urn. Surely one of them must have found Brother Genetivi by now. Still, until I hear that all is well, I must proceed as planned. Brother Genetivi holds the key to finding the Urn of Sacred Ashes. We always knew this, but I believe I now know where Brother Genetivi lies. I have been to his home in Denerim and found the trail, and I am amazed that other knights have not done likewise. Unless they have? No. It is best not to get caught up in thoughts of conspiracy. Sir Donald awaits my report in Lothering. I must go to him immediately and report what I have learned. Should anyone find these ramblings, all I ask is that he be informed of my fate. I pray that he complete what I cannot.
Wait, did those guys kill that dude?
Yeah. Here's the dude.
I never pieced that together
Yeah.
until just now. I'm surprised at myself. I'm a loser.
This elite soldier got taken down by these thugs. I mean, I guess he was outnumbered, but still.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing?
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
Just get to the point.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
I'll figure it out. Let's just get going.
Well, we'll need to decide eventually. Let's head into the village when
There's a lot of stuff you can do in Lothering.
Yeah. So?
When I played the game, I was pretty surprised about how many quests there were there.
As if we needed more.
It's a very full game. Very, very full.
Mm-hmm.
Which I absolutely love.
Talk about your mother. I brought my family to
I know.
because
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
To you, perhaps, you would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates, mages outside of the tower. That's illegal, you know.
You did not read that in a book somewhere, did you? I hope the small letters did not strain you overmuch.
Oh, we could not talk about your mother. That works for me.
I love those two's relationship. Just their banter and their conversations are always so fun to me.
Yeah.
The banter in general. Origins has very good companion banter.
Indeed. Indubitably.
Hello, farmer.
You don't look like the other folk fleeing the south. Were you in the battle?
Mind your own business. Even though I came to speak to you.
Nothing so rude as a stranger. Have it your way.
Thank you. I will. I shall also save. Okay.
You there. If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you. There's none to be found.
A few knights have come through here, searching for some holy artifact.
What will happen to us now that the king's dead? How terrible for Queen and
We were
Laura that
lucky.
the young king's dead.
We had the coins.
Please, we came here to get away. I don't like this place. Why did we come?
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You prophet.
It's time for one of my favorite activities. Can you guess what it is?
Give away everything in your carts.
Side missions.
Any of you step
Sorry?
too close to my goods and I'll...
Side quests.
It's so nice.
Well,
to see
yes, but I
everyone
meant
working together in a crisis.
bullying nuns.
Oh, I love
you
that.
there.
You look
Nuns are just the worst,
Did you
right?
make a tiny profit helping a bleeder
The
businessman?
chantry nuns, at least. Get rid of the tiny part, and I'll consider it.
I'm not the only one with some business sense.
I wonder what else is
He
tiny.
is charging outlandish prices for things
I'm
people desperately
I'm just
need.
saying.
Their blood is filling his pockets.
Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You
That's
bought
just
those
capitalism.
wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their
You're a
lives.
capitalist.
And you want to talk business?
Do you call me a
Stranger,
capitalist?
I've 100 silvers
Yes.
to drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
And now I will be eating children like any good capitalist.
I had one for dinner. Can you
Yeah.
beat that off for
Eat
sister?
one every day.
You want me to bid against him?
Yeah.
You don't have that kind of coin.
Sucks for you.
Socks for you. Give
Then
them
it's
some
time
socks.
for you to go, isn't it?
You would actually
Everybody
do
likes
the
socks.
bidding of this evil little man.
I would do the bidding of someone who gives me money. Absolutely. Off you fuck.
Fine. May your heartlessness bring you exactly what you deserve.
Money.
Fine sentiment, if I've ever heard
Money's
one.
what I deserve.
You're so nice. I bet you make allies everywhere you go.
Yep.
Ha! Serve that wench right. You have my thanks. And 100 silvers, yes?
I love Origins so much. There's no reason to do this, but you can. I hear you're making a killing. Me too.
What? Help! Someone?
Like, you just... Morgan approves. Aw, his corpse isn't here. I wanted to loot him. Oh well.
Them all.
I know, it's tragic.
Ah, the chantry.
Give them the loot.
Let us run errands for the betterment of mankind as well as a few coppers.
It's the lootness tootness.
Bandits, bandits everywhere! As transcribed on behalf of Sir Bryant, Templar and Defender of the Faith, know that all those who prey upon refugees do so under pain of death. The Maker spurns bandits and their kind. The Templars offer a sizable reward for the apprehension or execution of the bandit leaders plying their trade in the northern wood and roads. Beware! The bandits are numerous and of considerable skill. Only a well-armed and well-trained party should brave the deep wood. We pray for the success of any who undertake this mission. Residents of good standing and passing travelers have indicated there are 3 bandit groups in the northern wood. This humble chanter would echo Sir Bryant's caution, lest you wind up another victim to those evil men. The reward for such service is 3 sovereigns. May the Maker look after his children in our hour of need. You had me at reward.
I love rewards.
The legions of evil are on your doorstep.
Oh, look, it's a
They will
loon.
feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to
You're a loon.
run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts. Please, you're scaring the children.
There aren't any
Let them
children
slit
there.
Their throats now, then let them suffer at darkspawn hands. There, one of their minions is already amongst us. This man bears their evil stench. Can you not see the vile blackness that fills him?
Watch where you throw your accusations, fool.
Please
What were you
stop.
throw your
Somebody
accusations,
shut his mouth.
sir?
But isn't
Sir.
he right? The band left us.
Sir.
We're going to
Sir.
die.
This minion
Sir.
is but the
Sir.
first of those who will destroy us.
That's enough. This ends now.
That's enough,
Do not
sir.
touch me! You bring evil and destruction! It is the end!
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us.
Not for you, no. Maybe not. I couldn't care less.
Then, what shall we do? We must try to go north somehow.
Maybe with that blasted chasing gone, my head will go as well.
If you seek refuge in the Chantry, there's simply no room.
Obasa.
Do I look like a refugee to you? I look like a main character.
So many are coming.
I am the main character, the only one that matters.
Priests are within if you seek to offer.
What'd you say?
The Maker, however.
I'm the only one that matters, the main character.
Exactly. Who's in charge of this chantry?
The revered mother runs the Chantry itself, and Sir Bryant heads the Templars stationed here.
Have you heard any news?
Not since Tairn Loghain passed by with his army. It's a shame about the king. But with the Darkspawn coming, few can think of anything else.
Did you know there were bandits on the highway?
Were? Did you drive them off?
You're a bandit on the highway.
We'll appreciate that.
Goodbye.
Keep your watch over you.
In we go. He says the chantry is full, but there's like 5 people in there. And it's an entire chapel. Look at this. Does that look full to you? No.
You're like never full.
Darkspawn stragglers, but no sign of the main horde.
It's about as full as Joel Olstein's church during the hurricane.
May the Maker have mercy on us.
Hello.
Yes? Who might you be?
Paul.
You can call me Chaddeus.
I am Sir Bryant, commander of Lothering's remaining Templars.
Chadwick
You
von
don't seem like
Chaddeus
the
the
other
Chadwick.
Are you one of Arlemon's knights?
Chaddeus the Face Eater. And if I were?
I tell you what I told the others. Nothing here will assist your quest. The urn of sacred ashes is a myth.
Sacred ashes?
What is the urn of sacred ashes?
A mythical relic of Andraste.
The urn of sacred
One
ashes.
of the Arl's knights, Sir Donald, is here
Sacred
searching
asses.
for fantasies. Well, never mind.
Yeah.
Ask him if you care.
Morgan should go there.
Yeah. Most sacred ass.
I need some information about these sacred asses.
If the matter is important, certainly.
Everything I say is important. Are you in charge here?
The revered mother leads this flock. I merely command her Templars. Normally, our role is to protect the Chantry and seek out unsanctioned magic. For now, it is all we can do to protect the innocent.
And if you found an unsanctioned mage?
Let us pretend that I was such a mage.
We'll boil them in acid alive.
I have no time
I mean,
to even
she
think about
asks
such
that
a thing right now.
walking around with the
concern is
mage's
protecting these
staff.
people.
That's quite
I see
visible.
nothing threatening them other than the Darkspawn.
Yeah.
How do Templars fight against magic?
We have
This
more
is an
than
important
swords at our
conversation to
disposal.
have right now.
We're taught to dispel unholy magics as well. If only our powers work to keep away the Darkspawn. Alas, it is not so.
Where would I find the revered mother?
In her study, no doubt, preparing what she will take when we eventually evacuate.
Are you the only protection this village has?
Our ban was summoned by Tairn Loghain, and he took his soldiers north with him. Lothering has been abandoned.
Tell me something else.
If the matter is important, certainly.
Tell me something I don't know.
Tell me something I don't know. Have you heard any recent news?
Other than the Darkspawn horde
Have you
bearing
seen any
down on
recent
us,
nudes?
none of it is good. Tairn
Yes.
Loghain is set to declare himself king, I hear. Disaster piled on disaster.
Of course, Chaddeus is the ultimate Chad. He gets all the nudes.
All the nudes. All day, every day.
King Kalen had no heir? I
None that
want
we
King
know of.
Kaelin's nudes.
Tairn Loghain has no legitimate claim on the throne. He may be a hero and his daughter may be queen, but he is a commoner. And the king's corpse is barely cold.
You don't even have his
If he was able to
corpse.
intervene, perhaps it would not have gone this far. I do not care.
So how do you know if it's cold or not?
Only fools fight over who owns a cottage
Yeah,
when
you
it
don't know.
burns down around them.
You ain't seen it. You haven't felt its temperature.
Haven't run your hands over it.
You haven't felt the cold grip of death in your heart
I mean, maybe he has. We shouldn't judge.
until it rips right in your cavity and pulls you
Eamon
apart.
has fallen ill, and his knights are on a quest for the sacred urn filled with Andraste's
I don't even
ashes,
know how to respond
said
to that.
cure any malady. He must be very ill if they chase.
It's from a rap song, like.
One of the Arl's knights, Sir
I
Donald,
mean,
is here
you know, the
searching for
quickest way
fantasies.
to
Well,
a man's heart is through his stomach. So if you
ask
like,
him if you care about this foolish.
you know,
Quickest way to a
plunge
man's
into
heart
the
is straight through the
middle,
rib cage.
you like pull out the stomach. Things seem very dire in the village.
They are. With the band having
Desperate
taken his
people
men north,
will
the village
pay a
is left to
lot.
its fate. We will evacuate as many as we can before the horde reaches us. I will stay as long as I'm needed. Now, unless there's something else you need.
Hoping you can help me. I'm a Grey Warden.
I see. That is
I'm a White
certainly worthy
Warden.
of notice. Tairn Loghain declared all Grey Wardens
No, that's
traitors
Gandalf.
responsible for the king's death. You know this, I hope.
Gandalf the Grey.
You will say nothing about me. Is that clear?
Even if I had no other concerns, I would not seek to
Yes,
collect
that
the
is
bounty.
what they called me.
I don't believe the Grey
Gandalf
Wardens
the
would be
Grey.
as careless or malicious as the Tairn claims. But either way, there it is. It is best you not linger, though. Just in case.
Is there any other help you can offer? Like coin?
I cannot openly help you, I
Your
fear.
coin.
Here, take this key.
Oh.
It opens the
Stuff.
large cabinet on the far wall. There is more
I
there
like
than
stuff.
we can carry when we evacuate, so
And things.
take what you need.
About those bandits outside the village.
Maker's breath. How many times must we drive them off?
You're abandoned. Outside the village.
They robbed me. I demand compensation.
Well, you won't find it here.
I'll compensate
We
you.
can barely keep control inside the village, much less on the roads. But I will try once more. Saparal, those fool bandits have returned. Take some men and drive them off, and see if you can't capture that leader of theirs.
Wild
this time.
goose chase.
As you command, Sir Brian.
You know that in Crusader Kings 3, you can make your ruler go on a wild goose chase.
Like literally?
Literally chasing
Travel
wild
safely,
geese.
And may the Maker watch over you.
You can also make your character a Satanist and try to put a Satanist on the papal throne.
That game just has
It's amazing.
so much.
You can also do your best to go down a historical path or not.
I like how there's an achievement for incest.
I beg your pardon.
There's an achievement for a lot of things in that game.
Sir Donald?
I've always liked the achievements in Hearts of Iron the most, though.
By the Maker,
Mm.
how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Because a lot of them are either do something that was actually part of history, or do something that is so anti-historical that it's just hilarious.
Yeah.
And it references something that happened in history at one point in time. Like one of them is forming an autonomous region called Transylvania and having it
Ooh.
take over all of Romania, and the achievement is called Dracula's Revenge.
Oh, I like that.
Me too. Another one is called Putting the Band Back Together.
I've heard that one.
Yeah, I love it. Reform the German Empire and Austria-Hungary as the Ottoman Empire and become an alliance with all of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's so
Yeah.
great. I love stuff like that.
Okay.
And now... Oh, okay.
Yeah, just hold on. Gotta get through the dialogue. Shouldn't you be fleeing the Darkspawn? This dude's
mission takes
priorities, I
priority.
swear.
But I fear I shall be returning to
Oh,
Red
well.
with nothing to show for my efforts.
I was hoping to meet Arl Eamon, in fact.
Why is that, if I may ask?
None of your business. I would prefer not to say.
Whatever the reason, the Owl won't be seeing anyone until he's recovered.
I don't like the sound of that. We should see Al-Eman for ourselves and find out what's happening.
You can travel to Redcliffe if you like. Perhaps he has recovered. Or perhaps his son might assist you. If nothing else, I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe.
His son? The, like, 10-year-old? So your quest for the ashes brought you here?
I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact. But my
He
skills
says that like it's some great library, but it's this village, basically.
Yeah.
Tell me more about this urn of sacred ashes.
Supposedly,
I mean, it's basically the Holy Grail in it.
Prophetess Androste.
Yeah.
Surely you know
Isn't it? Did you really just say isn't it?
I haven't 100% gotten rid of
Isn't it?
in it. Yeah, I know. It's like 99.9% gone.
Isn't it?
I no longer say like Tuesday and tube. The ch. I did that a lot.
The tube. Get on the tube.
The tube.
But you have like no reason to say tube anymore.
I intend to return
Yeah.
to Redcliffe soon.
It's like it's not like you're referencing that anymore.
No. But even other words like stupid.
Oh, you stupid.
Stew. You gotta the ch. Stupid.
Stupid. Oh, you stupid cunt.
I'm gonna have to censor that. Your friend Sir Henrik is dead. I have something of his.
What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise.
Is there a reward, perhaps?
A reward? Oh, of course. I hope a sovereign is sufficient.
I mean, not really.
I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest.
I should go.
With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go.
Bye.
Thank you again, good sir. You have been most helpful.
You definitely wouldn't have to censor that word in Australia, because everybody says it.
I know. That's like just a common greeting. That's what you call your friends.
Oi.
Let's get rid of
Everyone.
everyone. Yes.
Just go solo the entire game.
Alright, let's just get rid of that. Take that. Okay. So, it is time, once again, to
Time to
bully a
duel.
nun.
It's time to duel.
You look like you have salvaged more value than
Duel.
My friend got a keychain at the anime store today of Seto Kaiba.
He's the best, especially the abridged version.
Yeah. But like I tried to get him to buy a Yami Yugi one,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "No, I have to get the most extra character."
I agree with him. I agree. Tithe to the chantry.
looking for
Are
Kaiba.
you joking?
A great number of people could be fed and
No,
clothed
obviously
for a
one of the ones
fraction
I
of your
got
money.
is the most extra
You
anime
must do
character
as your
ever,
heart wills.
because I got one of Dio.
Oh yeah. It's
Rule the rule of the.
but it was me, Dio.
Oh, the other.
I'm a gray warden. I don't actually need your help, but I'm gonna pretend I need your help.
A grey warden. Here.
It was me.
Oh dear. You put me in a difficult position.
You thought your first kiss would be with JoJo. It
It
was me.
What do I care for Logain's lies?
The Ten claims that the Grey Wardens are responsible.
The
for the
gain
King's
sounds
fate.
almost like
There is a
Clegane.
price on your head.
Clegane?
Lay low, and I promise
Clegane?
your presence a secret. That is the best I can
Like
do.
Gregor Clegane?
Now, if there is
The
nothing
Hound?
else,
Ah,
Or Gregor is the mountain. Sandor Clegane is the hound.
okay. I only remember the nicknames. Can you provide any help to the Grey Wardens at all?
I cannot help you without risking the safety of this village in Chantry. The best I can do
is keep your presence a secret. I am sorry. Now, if there is nothing else,
Perhaps I should go.
may the Maker guard you, Grey Warden.
And then shall the Maker return to the Black City in heaven.
I wonder if that's an accurate likeness of Andraste. Maybe she was ugly. Maybe she had buck teeth. How do you know?
Yay, stuff. Oh
Always
no.
stuff.
I need
And the
that.
things.
No. Controls, I swear.
You're a control.
Really
You're gonna
need to
lose
sell
all
stuff.
control.
What?
You're gonna lose all control
Yes.
of mind, body, and soul. And the base keeps
Road
running.
Okay, out we go.
And the base keeps running.
Oh, the loading times. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure which is worse, this or Skyrim.
Oh, Skyrim's definitely worse because over time Skyrim gets worse and worse. Because the longer you play the game, the bigger the save file is and the longer it takes to load things.
That's true.
I brought my family to
Because that's actually a issue within the game.
Why do I keep looting stuff when I know my thing is full? Why do I do this?
Because you're a gamer. That's what gamers do.
That's... Stop!
We're all guilty of it. Oh, stop it.
Stop it! I need the gift. I hate the kids' voices. They sound like an American trying to be British, but just grossly overdoing it. Like when I try to do
Isn't
it.
too much to ask. Might you spare some bread or anything?
Gotta be as over the top as possible with that shit.
I can spare nothing for beggars.
We are
Phew.
not beggars. We were robbed.
Never mind, Hale, it's no use. Nobody will help one of us.
This is correct.
Have you seen my mother?
See, it just sounds so fake. Like,
Exactly.
beat it.
Nobody will help me find her. Why can't I find her?
Find her.
Oh.
You have nothing you want.
Aww.
Why do you keep staring at me so, you flea-ridden beast? Can you not tell when you are not wanted? I enjoy company of creatures of the wild. Domesticated wolves. And he persists. Maddening.
He just wants to be friends. I kind of really need my future waifu and my doggo to get along, though.
Waifu.
So entirely gluttonous.
Waifu.
Several of those herbs were poisonous. You should be pleased they
Gotta
did
put
not kill
as
you.
much of an H in there as possible.
Do you
Into
not
what?
Ridiculous. I am so
Into
not
wife,
going
like
to
anything that has like a hua sound in it. You just gotta
Mm.
throw that H in there real hard.
Wine.
nerve creature.
Waifu.
Breath leaves much to be
Waifu.
desired.
Wine.
Go.
Wheat thins. Wheat
Shall
thins.
see. I promise nothing.
I love wheat thins.
Would you like a wheat thin?
Wheat thin.
Wheat thin? A wheat
Absolute
thin.
maze. Pile of filth. This is what the main character should be doing. Going through piles of filth.
We're planning on running that mine until the last minute. Spelleron's orders.
I can't stop doing it now. Oh.
Hello, give me stuff.
Hello.
Stranger, I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps?
I'm quite familiar with traps and the like.
I would happily pay you to make them. There's
Oh,
wood
you're familiar with
and
traps,
nails
eh?
and other goods
Oh,
around the village
wow.
and forest. But
Yes.
you know that. Sorry. Come back if you make some.
All the
Okay.
traps.
I'm gonna take people's stuff. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Give me all the things and the stuff.
Hello, old lady.
You got a bed for the night.
Good.
You taken care of.
You think I'm a refugee? The main character.
You look better armed
I'll
than most
ref your
refugees
G.
that come through. Not implying you're a
Nah,
deserter
that
or the
one,
like.
that's not your best.
I'll trust you can take care of
Yeah.
yourself.
Those, they don't always come out good.
But you gotta try.
Ever since
Yeah.
good King Kalen passed,
I just throw everything at the wall and
refugees
see what
soldiers have
sticks.
been passing through.
Exactly.
I'm the elder here, and I've my hands full making sure
Spaghetti.
Sometimes that's just how you have to do it.
petty theft or worse.
Spaghetti will definitely stick to the wall.
Exactly.
Sir Brian took the chantry seeing to matters of defense.
Have you
and
ever actually
such.
tried that?
You'd have more of an ear for your type.
Throwed spaghetti at the wall?
Yeah.
No.
Too much to do, and not enough time.
Weirdo.
Do you need any help? I haven't done
So I
it.
don't know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs.
I don't, but my friend does.
Then you may be able to do us a lot of good.
I'll friend you.
Manner of travelers come through, many
Nah.
injured or sick. We do our best, but we're out of supplies. There's medicinal
I got
herbs
you,
in the woods
fam.
You got a friend in
If you
me.
pick a few poultices,
Oh,
I got a
friend
friend in me.
in you? Alright.
I'll write all you need to know in this note here.
I got a friend in me.
How dare you accuse me of thievery? I saw you take the supplies from my car. Your grassland eyes are inept. A chastened would never stoop to petty theft. You marsh folk are all thieves and
This is
liars.
just some straight up racism here.
People here are already
You're
desperately
racist.
frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows. But what about my food? I said
Everybody loves
enough.
racism.
Okay, I need your help making the decision here.
Okay.
So hang on, let's go through the dialogue. Actually, let me save.
You definitely want him in your party.
I know, that's the thing. It's like, on the one hand, you know, one of my rules is kill everyone possible. But on the other hand, he's a potential party member.
Yeah.
So should I go ahead and recruit him?
You definitely should recruit him.
Okay.
Also, he'll really appreciate your violence.
This is true. One of my ways to scam the approval system was to have him in my party. Because he generally won't care.
Exactly.
What are you?
A prisoner. I'm in a
Thanks.
cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
I just realized how long this recording is.
Shh. I've heard Kunari called the warmongers of the north. See, I was thinking about cutting it off after Ostagar, but then that felt too short.
Die soon enough.
Yeah,
But I didn't
agree.
want to do the middle of Lothering, so like...
Trapped as prey for the Darkspawn.
It almost feels like you kind of have to at this point.
How long into it are we?
Almost an hour and a half.
Ooh, yeah. See, I can't see a clock from here.
Place in the cage.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay, we'll deal with Sten.
Suggest you leave me to my fate.
What did you do to end up in here? We'll rescue Sten and then we'll stop. How about that?
Have the villagers not spoken
Sounds
of this?
good.
Aren't you interested in seeking atonement?
Death will be my atonement.
There are other ways.
There are other ways to redeem yourself.
Perhaps. What does your wisdom say is equal to my crime?
I'm on a quest of great importance.
Yeah.
Importance is a matter of perspective. From here, very little seems meaningful.
You could help me defend the land against the Blight.
Are you a Grey Warden, then?
No, duh. Yes,
Why
I
you
am.
ask?
Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true.
He just thinks so little of you. Would the revered mother let you free?
Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance. It seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here.
I'll leave you for now.
Farewell, then.
A penitent man left to be torn to pieces by Darkspawn. 'Tis a fine example of the Chantry's mercy, is it not?
Innocent man. The penitent man.
Yeah.
Penitent man. Penitent man. Penitent man. Penitent man kneels before God.
Are you reciting stuff?
It's from Indiana Jones.
Okay, that's
and
what
the
I
Last
thought.
Crusade.
That's what I thought.
Penitent
All right.
man. Penitent man. Kneels!
So, for those watching, obviously, if you've gathered from our conversation, Sten is a potential companion. You can recruit him, kill him, or leave him to die. Obviously, we've decided to recruit him. So, instead of being mean by killing him, I'm going to once again bully a nun.
Awesome. If only you could kill her.
Yes. What can I do for you now?
I don't know. I want to talk about Sten, the Canary you imprisoned.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
Is there any way I can convince you to release him?
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
I think you should reconsider that stance. Now.
Now we threaten priests. How fun.
It is fun.
Oh, let's not get out of hand here.
What is the meaning of this? You would threaten me with violence?
Yeah, I
Your
don't
Reverence,
care.
Please. We are on an
Fun.
important mission.
This is what fun is?
Let
I
us
think
take
so.
the Kunari off your hands.
I think
beg
it's
you.
fun.
What is this concept
And
you
if
call
not, I am to be
fun?
assaulted. Is this what we have come to?
No, Your Reverence. I will not allow that to happen.
I have more important matters to concern me. Here, take the key to the creature's cage and begone. Do not return.
Oh, wow. Oh, Alistair did not like that.
Yeah.
But Morrigan did.
Not surprising. Not surprising. Alistair's a pussy.
I love him. Excuse you. But what
if
we
you're
can
trying
do
to be
now,
evil.
What we can do now is Sten's a warrior, so we can swap Alistair out for him and damage
And then Alistair
control.
won't be mad at us anymore.
What?
And then Alistair won't be mad at us anymore when we slaughter innocent people.
Exactly. Because in Origins, people only have opinions for the most part. There are a couple of exceptions, but for the most part, people only have opinions if they're in your party. Otherwise, they apparently don't care.
Exactly.
I left
That's
the
what she said.
location, but I always returned. Why? Is that so strange? It was my home.
But it was just you and your mother there. No one else.
Mother occasionally had company.
Ew.
Company?
What?
Do I even want to ask?
The old lady having company. I don't want to think about that. Okay, big guy.
You wish something more of me?
I have the key to open your cage.
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
I stole the key from her, actually.
Just admit to it.
Once I am free, you expect me to go with you.
As long as you do what I say, yes.
So be it.
You owe me.
And I will follow you against the blight.
So from what I gather, his race does not look anything like this in later games.
No, they change it drastically.
I saw a mod when I was playing this that was to make him look like they do in the other games.
Well, they don't look the same in the other two either. They change them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Apparently, there's a mod that makes him look like his race does in the third game.
I prefer 2. I think the look in 2
really?
is the best. So...
Get rid of Alistair. Bring in Sten. Yeah.
There we go. Look at how tall he is.
And Morgan looks so weird with that armor set on.
Oh, I hate it. They're also
Looks like a
significantly
nun.
taller in the next 2 games.
Oh, awesome.
They change a lot, and I think that's for the best. Okay. So we're gonna leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, RedOcelot, for joining me.
Hey, no.
So, alright, if you guys want to support me, you know what to do. If you want to follow my social media, I'm assuming you know how to read. So until next time, remember, be a dick in video games, but not in real life. Still working on the outro, but it's fine. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.